Something is shifting. Can you feel it? The air is thick with energy, almost electric, like the universe itself is holding its breath. This isn't just another full moon. This is a Blood Moon Lunar Eclipse, one of the most intense celestial events of the year. And it's happening on March 13th, 2025, a date that holds deep spiritual significance. Ancient cultures feared eclipses, believing they were omens of transformation, upheaval, or even destiny rewriting itself. And in a way, they were right. Because when the moon is swallowed in shadow, the subconscious stirs. Hidden truths rise, suppressed emotions surface. The universe is demanding your attention, whether you're ready or not. If you're not prepared, this energy could hit you in ways you don't expect. Restlessness, emotional swings, sudden realizations that shake your very foundation. But here's the secret. This eclipse isn't here to destroy. It's here to reveal. So stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to harness this energy, avoid its pitfalls, and emerge from this transformation stronger than ever. The blood moon doesn't just shift the tides, it shifts something deep within you. Think of this eclipse like a cosmic magnifying glass. It intensifies whatever is already present in your life. If you've been feeling lost, this energy may bring a crisis of direction. If you've been bottling up emotions, expect them to rise like a tidal wave. If you've been seeking answers, they may come in ways you never expected, through dreams, synchronicities, or even sudden epiphanies. Eclipses speed up fate. They remove illusions and bring undeniable clarity. This can feel liberating but also chaotic, because when the truth surfaces, it demands to be faced. Have you ever noticed that around an eclipse people act different? Mood swings, heightened emotions, unexpected arguments. It's because the unconscious is being dragged into the light, and not everyone is ready for it. Even technology can feel unstable. Strange glitches, missed messages, plans suddenly shifting, almost as if the universe itself is rearranging things behind the scenes. But here's the key. This energy doesn't control you. It responds to you. How you navigate this lunar gateway will determine whether it brings insight or instability, growth or struggle, breakthrough or breakdown. And that's why understanding the common traps of this eclipse is crucial. Because if you don't, you may unknowingly amplify the very things you're trying to avoid. Let's talk about that next. Not all energy is meant to be acted upon. And during a blood moon, this is especially true. Think of an eclipse like an unstable portal, one that amplifies whatever you bring into it. Intentions become louder, emotions become stronger, shadows become darker. If you're not careful, you could end up feeding the very energies you need to release. So here's what not to do. 1. Acting on emotion, without awareness. Have you ever felt an overwhelming urge to send that text, quit that job, or confront someone during a heightened emotional state? Eclipses have a way of stirring deep-seated emotions, resentment, longing, even fear. And if you react impulsively, you might make decisions that feel right in the moment but disastrous in hindsight. For example, if an old wound resurfaces, don't assume it means you need to reopen that chapter. Sometimes the pain is resurfacing to be acknowledged and released, not acted upon. The key is to observe without immediate reaction. If something truly matters, it will still matter after the eclipse, when clarity returns. 2. Using fire, mirrors, or shadow work without discernment. Many spiritual traditions consider fire and mirrors to be powerful tools for energy work. But during a blood moon eclipse, they become amplifiers of the subconscious, and this can be dangerous. Fire rituals are common under full moons, but during an eclipse, fire energy can be unpredictable. Instead of releasing what no longer serves you, You might unintentionally burn bridges, literally or metaphorically. Mirrors are portals. Some traditions even advise covering mirrors during an eclipse because they can distort spiritual perception. If you use mirrors for scrying or self-reflection, be mindful. Not every vision is meant to be followed. Shadow work is powerful, but deep waters can drown the unprepared. Diving into old wounds without proper grounding can make you relive the trauma instead of healing it. The lesson? Move with intention, not impulse. 3. Misinterpreting signs and synchronicities. Eclipses heighten intuition, but not everything that surfaces is a divine message. Sometimes the mind plays tricks. Old fears, past memories, and subconscious desires can masquerade as signs. For example, seeing repeating numbers doesn't always mean go. It might mean pause and reflect. Feeling someone from your past resurfacing energetically doesn't always mean you should reconnect. It could be a final lesson, asking you to let go. Vivid dreams and visions may be processing tools, not prophecies. The lesson? Trust your intuition, but question it too. Not every thought or impulse is a cosmic directive. Sometimes the best spiritual wisdom is found in silence and stillness. The blood moon eclipse isn't something to fear, it's something to work with. If you align with its energy, it can become a moment of deep spiritual clarity, healing, and transformation. But alignment doesn't come from doing more. It comes from being present with what already is. Here's how to navigate this eclipse with awareness, balance, and power. 1. Ground yourself first. Before you engage with the energy, imagine standing in the middle of a storm. The wind is howling, the sky is red, and everything feels unstable. If you panic, you'll be swept away. But if you root yourself, feet planted, breath steady, you'll weather the storm with strength. That's exactly how you need to approach this blood moon eclipse. Before you do anything spiritual, before you journal, meditate, or even reflect, ground yourself. Step outside barefoot and connect with the earth. Breathe deeply. Slow inhales, even slower exhales. Use sound, like a bell or chanting, to stabilize your frequency. Sit with a candle in silence, letting your thoughts settle before you interpret them. This stabilizes your energy so you're not reacting from fear, impulse, or confusion. It creates space for true clarity. 2. Trust your intuition, but also question it. During an eclipse, intuition is louder, but not always clearer. The veil is thin, but that means both truth and illusion can seep through. So how do you tell the difference? Ask yourself, is this fear or wisdom? True intuition is calm and steady. It may challenge you, but it won't create panic or urgency. False intuition, fear or ego, feels rushed, overwhelming, or reactive. Let insights sit before acting. If something still feels true after the eclipse energy settles, then you'll know it's real guidance, not just eclipse turbulence. 3. Use this energy for reflection, not reaction. Instead of chasing external signs, focus inward. Journal your eclipse. Thoughts. Write down what arises, without judgment. Eclipse thoughts are like messages in a bottle. Some are meaningful, some are just debris floating to the surface. Give them time before acting. Release without force. If something is ready to leave your life, let it go naturally. You don't need an intense ritual, just a simple acknowledgement that you are ready to move forward. Be present, instead of distracted. It's tempting to numb out during intense energy, scrolling endlessly, drinking, or overloading yourself with distractions. But true transformation happens in stillness. Take a deep breath. Feel the energy of this moment, not with your mind, but with your soul. Something powerful is happening. A shift, a revelation. A moment where the past, present, and future seem to collapse into now. This blood moon eclipse is not just a celestial event. It is a cosmic mirror, reflecting back to you the truths you've been avoiding, the patterns you've been repeating, and the power you've forgotten you hold. And now, you have a choice. You can let this energy overwhelm you, allowing fear, confusion, and old wounds to dictate your reality. Or, you can stand in your power, harnessing this energy for clarity, transformation, and a new beginning. So, what will you choose? 1. You are not at the mercy of this energy. You are the co-creator. For centuries, people have feared eclipses. They saw them as omens of doom, moments where fate took control and free will disappeared. But that's a misunderstanding. The universe doesn't send eclipses to punish you. It sends them to awaken you, to show you what's hidden, to force you to see what you've ignored, to remind you that you are always creating, whether consciously or unconsciously. Right now, your focus is your greatest power. If you focus on fear, this energy will magnify it. If you focus on lack, it will feel even more overwhelming. But if you focus on clarity, healing, and alignment, that is what will expand. Because here's the secret. The blood moon isn't controlling your destiny. You are. 2. Let the eclipse show you the truth, but decide what to do with it. This eclipse may bring you a message, a realization, a moment of deep inner knowing. But knowing is only the first step. Once you see the truth, you must decide what to do with it. If an old pattern resurfaces, will you fall back into it, or finally break free? If a relationship, job, or belief no longer aligns, will you cling to it, or release it? If a new path is opening, will you step forward, or let fear hold you back? You don't have to have all the answers right now, but make one promise to yourself: that you will listen, that you will honor the truth as it comes, that you will trust the path unfolding before you. 3. A simple but powerful ritual for this eclipse. You don't need an elaborate ceremony. You don't need a long list of rituals. This moment is already sacred. If you do one thing on this night, let it be this simple practice. 1. Find a quiet space. Somewhere you can be still. No distractions, just you and the energy of the moment. 2. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, feel the energy in your body. 3. Ask yourself one question: what is this eclipse trying to show me? 4. Be silent. Listen. Don't force the answer. Let it come. It might be a word, an image, a feeling, or just a deep inner knowing. 5. Write it down. Let it be the seed of your next transformation. This is your moment of alignment, your moment of awakening. Final words. The power is already within you. This blood moon eclipse will pass, the energy will settle, and life will continue. But what you do with this moment, how you choose to shift, grow, and align, that is what truly matters. Because you are not just a passenger in this cosmic dance. You are a creator, a force, a soul with the power to shape your reality. So step into it, own it, align with your truth, and remember, the power has always been within you. If this message resonated with you, if you feel the energy of this message in your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video to amplify this energy. Subscribe for more deep astrological insights, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay aligned, stay aware, and trust the universe.